But when you can be simultaneously valuable, intimate, and pervasive with your marketing, i.e. the VIP marketing method, you create a potent marketing mix. Hi there, Kelsey Toner here, the founder of Guest Focused Tour Business Coaching, where every day myself and our team of experienced tour business coaches are helping you build a thriving, profitable tour activity or experience business. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the Guest Focused VIP marketing method, essentially a proven marketing framework just for tourism businesses. As a tour, activity, or experience business owner, you've likely experienced the challenges of consistently attracting, engaging, and ultimately converting customers in an increasingly complex, potentially competitive landscape. You may have tried various marketing tactics, various marketing agencies, but have gotten mixed or inconsistent results. Maybe you've even built a decent following or gotten a little bit of success, but if you're anything like most tour operators, you feel like you're on a hamster wheel, constantly worried about lead generation, about cash flow, and about consistently getting your tours, activities, and experiences in front of more people. Well, enter the guest-focused VIP marketing method, a unique approach to marketing that is tailored specifically to tourism businesses just like ours. The VIP marketing method is built on 3 core principles, the V, the I, and the P being the acronym to help you remember them. Our marketing, if we're implementing this powerful framework, needs to be valuable, it needs to be intimate, and it needs to be pervasive. Now we're going to go through each one of these letters in the VIP one at a time, but know that this approach builds on our core philosophy of staying focused on our ideal target guest. Essentially what we're talking about here today is guest-focused marketing. Now I want to point out, if you are here, we want you to avoid making the mistake that so many tour and activity operators make, which is rushing right to our marketing. There are some important elements of our guest-focused formula before you get to the VIP method. Most importantly, choosing your ideal target guest, likely niching down more than you think you need to, so that when you do our guest deep dive, our customer research, we can get real clarity on how we can serve people at the highest possible levels. Most of the time, you'll also want to have your offers, your products, your services, and an irresistible tour description already in place, so you know what we are ultimately going to be selling. All right, let's dive into that first letter, that V. Your marketing needs to be valuable. At the heart of the VIP marketing method is the concept of providing genuine and practical value to your ideal target guests. We need to move beyond this idea of simply promoting our tours, our products, and our services, but that interruption marketing, when anytime someone is hearing from you, it's, hey, check out our tours, hey, pop to our website, hey, flash sale, or hey, buy our shiny stuff. Instead, this project is going to be about deeply understanding your guests' challenges, frustrations, their pain points, and their deepest held aspirations, goals, and dream scenarios. And we are going to deliver content that addresses those needs before the tour, activity, or experience. So this is a bit of a mind shift. You need to get comfortable providing content and value to people before they've come on your tour, before they've ever made a booking with you. And quite candidly, we need to give freely and often to many people who may never ultimately book with us or give us any kind of money whatsoever. So what does this content and value actually look like? Well, here are 3 great places to get started. First is to inspire. The second is to entertain. The third is to educate. Let's have a look at Rick Steves, who runs a multi-day tour business where he takes thousands and thousands of Americans to destinations across Europe. But notice what he has done with his marketing. He has positioned himself as the go-to authority for European travel. So he's doing this through inspiration, where he's providing videos on his YouTube channel and Instagram and shorts, inspiring people about some of the more far-flung destinations inside of Europe, or some of the really spectacular meals, food, and culture that you could experience. He's educating not only through his television series, but mainly through guidebooks and educational blog posts, where that content is helping Americans essentially have the best possible experience, sharing their team's insider knowledge. And finally, that entertainment. I think is fantastic. I remember having these really wonderful experiences with Rick Steves. I was preparing to go and guide in Italy, and I listened to his podcast content on Italy, and we were speaking to some of their guides and the people that they work with on their tours, and they were telling these great stories about the importance of different cultural elements, the passeggiata, how Italian families, it's really important to go out and go for a stroll after dinner, and why that was so important. I also had a wonderfully entertaining experience where I had a podcast walking tour that was done by Rick Steves on my first visit to Venice. And he walked me around and showed me some of the things that I wouldn't have otherwise received. All of this is part of how Rick Steves has built himself as that trusted authority. So when it's time to book a multi-day tour, you bet a lot of people already have that trust because of the value that Rick Steves has delivered. And we're going to go into a lot more detail in an upcoming training, but know that we have to create value and content that serves people where they are at across the 5 stages of the traveler's journey. So whether they're in the dreaming phase, the planning phase, the booking phase, the experiencing phase when they are there with you on your tour, activity, or experience, or finally in that sharing stage. As mentioned, we'll go into detail, but just know we need to be delivering value and meeting your ideal target guest no matter where they are in that journey. If you can make them feel understood, appreciated, then they're going to be motivated to choose you and your business. They're going to see you as that authority, and we're going to leverage that great principle of reciprocity, making guests much more likely to ultimately book after they have received a tremendous amount of value. All right, let's move on to the I in our VIP marketing method. Our marketing needs to be intimate. We need to build intimacy. In today's digital age, travelers crave human-to-human interactions with businesses and with brands more than ever. Think of the skepticism and the fear that is out there of getting scammed or of people that have ulterior motives. And with the rise of AI and deep fakes, what is even real? And so to combat this, the intimacy element of the VIP marketing method focuses on building trust. It focuses on building rapport and loyalty by humanizing your brand and creating meaningful human-to-human interactions with your guests. Now, there are 3 core ways that we recommend you build intimacy in your marketing efforts. That's through connection, through community, and through conversation. Let's go through each and give a couple examples. Let's start with connection. The guest-focused coaches and myself are very fond of humanizing your tour business. This means sharing your personal story, highlighting your team, your vision, your values, some behind-the-scenes content, so that people get to know the human beings behind your business instead of trying to remain professional or maybe seeming bigger than we actually are. Highlighting those human beings behind your business ultimately becomes one of your secret weapons for creating that intimacy. We can also personalize through data and insights and trying to bring that human touch whenever we can. It can be as simple as leveraging video in our tour and activity businesses. We encourage some of our multi-day operators in our coaching program that when people opt in to get a detailed itinerary of a potential trip, to have a nice video message from the founder or maybe from a head travel advisor who can share, hey, thank you so much for downloading that particular PDF or that itinerary, and then walk them through those next steps. Notice the difference of just a landing page with some text on it and how you can stand out from competitors by having a nice video and someone from your team. This is so simple in times like signing off when you're leaving reviews to actually use your first name, or changing the way that you're delivering emails so that it feels like it's coming from a human being. You can build that intimacy through community as well. We strongly encourage you to build a tribe. Declare your beliefs and what you stand for. Invite people into your vision. This type of community where we can have shared language, shared culture, insider knowledge makes people feel a part of something. We can clearly state what sets that community apart, show gratitude to those that are participating, and encourage advocates. Again, the more clarity we have around the niche that we are serving, the easier and more effective we can do this with community. And finally, through conversation. We want you to use emails, direct messaging, and comments to initiate a back and forth dialogue with some of your prospects. We want you to encourage participation in your marketing efforts, whether that's through quizzes, through polls, through user-generated content. We also want you to respond promptly to inbound messages, of course, to reviews or other forms of communication. If you're building that community, can we drive more engagement if we have our own Facebook group or potentially a WhatsApp group? Absolutely. Whether you're a day tour operator or a multi-day tour operator, to stand out from the crowd, you need to build intimacy with your leads through connection, through community, and conversation. There are simple and effective tools that allow you to do this at scale, but it's honestly one of the most effective ways to differentiate yourself and your company from those impersonal and more transactional focused competitors that are out there. Your guests will feel valued and emotionally connected to your brand, and ideally to your entire team. This leads to that increased loyalty, the repeat bookings, and of course, driving those all-important word-of-mouth referrals. All right, on to the final letter in our VIP marketing method, and that is our marketing needs to be pervasive. Put another way, you need to be having consistent, multi-channel presence in all the places that your ideal target guests are spending their time and attention. This final and crucial element ensures that your brand and your experiences stay top of mind as your leads move through every stage of the traveler's journey. Now, the platforms that you focus on or the mediums are going to change dramatically. In one of our members, Melanie, for her to be pervasive, she's investing in and showing up in alumni associations because she has educational focused tours and activities. So of course, she's going to focus in on some of those academic institutions. She might be reaching out in some of those newsletters. I know for a fact she's doing some paid advertising in some of the academic focused magazines that she knows are read by her customers. But that might be totally different if you are looking to attract a younger audience who might be spending more of their time on Instagram and TikTok. So you might want to lean into that short form video content. To achieve that pervasiveness, one of the key things that you need to do is to repurpose content. Take some of your best performing or highest engaging marketing content and then transform it into perhaps SEO optimized blog posts or videos or guides or short form content or checklists and share it across multiple mediums and platforms. We also love email marketing and the power that can come with segmenting and personalizing those emails, creating automated sequence for different stages of the traveler journey. And of course, you have a lot of tools available with paid advertising, whether that's through retargeting, get visitors to your website, or boosting posts that make sure that they're showing up in the feeds of some of your ideal target guests. As a quick example of how to be pervasive, it's something that we aspire to with our guest-focused coaching marketing. If you're familiar with our YouTube channel, then you know that we work hard to create really highly valuable and practical videos for tour and activity business owners. But what you may not be aware of is that for any given video that we make, we also cut it up and put it into short form video content so that we can share it on YouTube, we can share it on our Instagram, and even push it out to TikTok. We also then take that same script and we put it into an email so that we are delivering it right to folks' inbox. We also have a LinkedIn newsletter that separately goes out for those folks that are following us on LinkedIn. We also then create an SEO blog post for those that prefer to read that content and maybe don't want to consume the video or an audio format. All of these are ways that we are hopefully showing up in the lives of the people that we are trying to serve and reminding them that we're here and hopefully delivering value across multiple channels. This pervasiveness is how you increase your tour company's visibility, its reach, and its impact. While each of these principles is powerful on its own, the true magic happens when you combine all three. No doubt you are already following some of these best practices, but when you can be simultaneously valuable, intimate, and pervasive with your marketing, i.e. the VIP marketing method, you create a potent marketing mix that supercharges your growth. It sets you apart from your competition. It builds brand loyalty. And most importantly, it helps the demand for your tours, activities, and experiences outstrip your supply. Look, anytime I'm trying to understand something, I find it really helpful to understand what it is not or what it stands in contrast to. So in this last section of the video, I want to cover how the guest focus VIP marketing method stands in stark contrast, is different from a lot of the traditional methods used for direct marketing by tour businesses and many tourism marketing agencies. We're going to go through 4 elements that make this method stand out from what you might be doing or some of your competitors might be doing. The first is we are value-driven versus sales-driven. Many tour marketing strategies prioritize short-term bookings and aggressive sales tactics. The VIP marketing method focuses first on creating value for your guests before they join your tour, activity, and experience rather than prioritizing quick sales. Secondly, we're relationship-focused versus transaction-focused. By fostering intimacy and treating guests as individuals, the VIP marketing method builds lasting relationships that leads to repeat bookings and positive word-of-mouth referrals. Thirdly, omni-channel presence versus siloed marketing. The VIP marketing method ensures your company is showing up across many of the places your ideal target guests are already spending their time, avoiding the very common pitfalls of scattered, inconsistent, or minimal direct marketing efforts. And fourthly, we are guest-centric versus business-centric. The VIP marketing method positions your products and services as solutions to your guests' problems, rather than making the messaging about how great you or your business is. In summary, our VIP marketing method is a unique approach to marketing that is optimized entirely around tour and activity businesses, whether you're a day tour operator or a multi-day operator. Remember, this is not just about driving more bookings, but it's about building a purpose-driven, guest-centric business that makes a lasting impact on the guests and individuals that you serve, as well as the communities in which you operate. If you can commit to being valuable, to being intimate and pervasive in all of your marketing, you can break free from that overwhelm, uncertainty, and exhaustion with your lead generation, and finally achieve maybe the growth, the profitability, or that financial freedom that you deserve. Look, stay tuned as we've got more training videos on how step-by-step to implement this VIP marketing method and lots of examples to get you inspired. Before you go, leave a comment down below if there was one aha moment from this VIP marketing method. If you are interested in transforming your marketing and you're fed up with having a lack of clarity, we would love to help. Feel free to go to guestfocus.com/book a call to connect with one of our coaches for a free 45-minute strategy call. We'd love to talk about how our VIP marketing method could transform your tour business. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.